week, and then we'll do game news, and then we'll move on with the show. Okay? Okay. All right. So, Phil's day off. Yesterday, it was 88 degrees outside, and it was full sun, and there were no clouds in the sky. It sucked. So my wife and I went out and did some stuff. We went grocery shopping together. We had a couple appointments we had to do in the afternoon. We went to the pet store and saw a bunch of cute animals. They actually got a scorpion, a black scorpion, and it was very active. It was like going crazy in its container cage thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I haven't seen a real scorpion in person probably since I was like, at a zoo or something at some point. So that was neat. And we saw some kitties. They had like kitties for adoption. One of them was like meow 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 meow. Wouldn't stop talking. It was really funny. It's a cute kitten, and of course that one says, "Oh, it already has a home lined up." Of course, it's the kitten that won't stop talking. That's the one that's going to get the home right away, right? Yeah. So we got Jasper some stuff. And we were out and about, did a few things, but basically, here's the thing. So we left. I want to say we left around noon, and then we did all the stuff. We went shopping. We came home, unloaded. We had our appointments. Basically, we were finally kind of done with everything by like 4 p.m., 4:30-ish. And we were like, now it's time for us to like have fun. Let's actually go do things that are fun. But it was so hot. We were like, oh God, it wasn't pleasant. Let's put it that way. When you get to a certain heat level and when there's no clouds in the sky, everywhere you go is hot. I mean, yeah, we had the air conditioning on in the car, but the moment you step out of the car, it's just like very uncomfortable. And we were just like, this isn't going to be fun. Like, no matter what we try to do, it's going to end up being really yucky, gross, because it's too hot. It was humid too. It was like, I want to say it was like 60-70% humidity, which is actually quite humid for our area too. So it was just like, yuck. So I guess we'll see. What am I saying? I guess we'll see. I read the chat and it distracted me. But anyway, yeah. So basically, after like 4.5 hours of being out and getting through all the stuff we needed to do, we were like, well, this isn't comfortable. We're just gonna go home. So we did. It sucks because we had other stuff we wanted to do, like stuff for fun. So we didn't even eat out while we were out. We came home and we relaxed for a while. We cleaned the house a little bit. We watched a lot of BattleBots. I keep telling you guys we've been watching BattleBots recently, and we're going through all the seasons that are available on Max. And at this point, we're up to almost the latest season, but not yet. Like, we've been really binge watching it for like over a month. All the time we watch TV is usually BattleBots. And so for dinner, we wanted to do something that we knew we would like, but maybe from somewhere different. You know what I mean? Like, when you order food, you tend to want to trust the same places because you know that you can rely on it to be good. And sometimes we do more venturous stuff, and we'll order from a place we haven't ordered from before. We'll try a new kind of cuisine, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it just doesn't. Like I told you, a few weeks ago, we ordered from a Thai place, and for some odd reason, it was way hotter than the time before, and it just burned our mouths out. It was like not even edible. And we're like, why did they make it that hot? So, you always take a chance. So we wanted to order some kind of like Indian food, but we didn't want to get our from our usual place that we order from. So we ordered from a different place that was brand new. They had actually just opened within the last like month or so. And we basically kind of ordered things that we knew we would like. But this place, we didn't know how they were going to do it, if it was different or not. So I ordered chicken vindaloo curry. And my wife ordered lamb is it biryani or biryani? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the rice dish where they put all kinds of seasonings and ingredients in it and cook it up with the meat, right? And we ordered naan bread. And so we put the order in, and we were told immediately they're out of naan bread, but you have a chance to do a replacement order. So I said, all right, what else do they have for like breads? And they actually had a different kind of bread called roti, R-O-T-I. Now, I didn't know anything about roti. My wife did. She's like, yeah, it's a different kind of Indian bread that they really like. Also, it's not just Indian. I guess Middle Eastern food eats it too. But it's another very popular bread. And since I was getting curry, I was going to want something to dip in it. Like, all right, we'll try that instead. Okay? So we ordered this roti bread, and we ordered this other stuff. So, first of all, the food shows up, and I pick up the bag. I'm like, the bag is so heavy. I was like, oh my God. This bag is like incredibly heavy. Like, how much is in here? And so I go to the table, my curry, all right, and this is the same price as other Indian restaurants in the area. It wasn't like it was overly expensive. My curry was in this giant round platter, and it was deep. I kid you not, this was definitely like a pound and a half of curry. It was so much curry, and I was like, holy shit, I have not seen a place give you that much. And then my wife's biryani rice also was this giant rectangular container that was deep, deep. And it also was weighing like maybe a pound and a half, if not heavier than that. And so we were like, whoa, this place definitely is massive on the portions. Now, they're brand new, so maybe they're trying to get business by being massive on the portions, and that will change. Who knows? But, I mean, it was a ton of food for other places where we order, and you don't get nearly that much, okay? So, we open up the food, and immediately we notice something. The smell. It's incredibly aromatic, right? I take a taste of my chicken vindaloo. It's tons of flavor. Strong, strong tomato flavor. Along with all the spice, garlic you can taste in there, and other things in there. And I'm like, this just tastes way stronger than the stuff that we've gotten from other Indian places. So my wife starts eating the biryani, and she goes, like, I was like, what? She goes, the flavor is insane. She's like, there's like so much in it. First of all, she starts looking at it. She's like, look how much is in this. There's a ton of different kind of vegetables. There's leaves, and that's actually how they actually cook it. There's hard-boiled egg, which we've never gotten in a biryani before. There's hard-boiled egg in there. The lamb has been chopped and minced and put in there, so you could just eat it like almost like fried rice from like a Chinese restaurant. It's all mixed in, so you can just eat it nicely. You don't have to look for the chunks. It's just in there. And she's like, this is absolutely the best biryani compared to other places we've gotten it. It's just, this is just so good. It's like a big, big improvement step up. Okay? So then I get the roti bread. Now, roti is different from naan. Naan is thicker, fluffier bread that has like a char on the bottom. The roti bread is very, very thin, okay? But in some places, it'll be crispy. In other places, it'll be a little bit chewy. So it's interesting. You know, you fold it up and you can dip it in things. They actually give us a cooling, tangy yogurt sauce as well to dip the roti bread in. So I tried it with different things. I tried it with my curry. I tried it with the yogurt sauce. It had good flavor. The bread was not like bland or flavorless. It had good, like you know, you could taste that it had been fresh made. Like you could taste a little bit of singe on the bread, and whatever it is that was in it, was just very flavorful bread. So I was just blown away. I was like, so basically every single thing we've ordered from this place is a big improvement on the other Indian places that we've actually gotten in the area. So, you know, you don't know what you're missing until you have it. And then when we got this food and saw how much better it was bigger portion, way more flavor, right? But there was one catch, okay? For those who don't know, chicken vindaloo is actually supposed to be spicy, and I was okay with that. I knew that when I ordered it. So I started eating it. And by the way, it has potatoes in there too, which was good because I swear I've gotten vindaloo at other places. They didn't put potatoes in, but this one had potatoes in it too. So I'm eating it, and at first, like, okay, it's a little hot. And I keep eating it more. I'm like, okay, it's definitely a building spice. Like, it's not just like a set level. This thing is like increasing in its frequency of heat the more you eat it. Okay? So I gave a piece to Kat. She tried it. She was like, oh, it's good, but it's way too spicy for me. She's like, I like the flavors, but man, that's too spicy. Now I know I would not order the vindaloo from here. I'd order something different, more tame. Okay? So then I just keep eating, and then, oh my, it just kind of, I get to the level where it's like, wait a minute. Oh, my eyes are watering. My face is like pink. I'm like, oh, it's good. I love the flavor. I need to eat more, but the spice. Oh, it's like painful to eat, but I love it. Like, I'm loving it. It's a good kind of spice. The difference is some places the spice is like this overwhelming bite that burns your mouth. This wasn't doing that. It was just generally raising my body temperature by a lot. I was like, oh man, but it was good. So no exaggeration. I ate it. I ate all of the meat and the potatoes. I just didn't finish all the curry sauce because, man, it was so hot. But I ate all the pieces in it. You know, I didn't want to leave anything behind because it tasted so good. My wife actually had tons of the rice left over, so we kept it for leftovers, and I'm sure she'll have it, sometime this week as a snack or maybe something at night. And so it was actually quite delicious. And so we were very pleased. And when we actually checked the bill, it actually was a little bit cheaper than the other Indian restaurants that we've ordered from. So just think about this. Cheaper prices, bigger portions, stronger flavors, right? Like, how do you go wrong? I mean, you don't, right? It was super good. So we were very, very pleased with our meal. And we're looking forward to possibly getting it again in the future. And if we order Indian, that's probably where we're going to order from because it was so dang good. Okay? So we had a good meal. But basically outside of that, yeah, we just watched a lot of BattleBots. It was very hot. We had all the air conditioners pumping, but it was still like 80 degrees downstairs. So not much you could do. Or when you're hot, you come upstairs here to where all the air conditioners are pumping. We can't have an air conditioner downstairs because we don't have a window. I'm serious. We don't have a window. All the windows downstairs are considered bay windows, meaning they don't open. So we can't put an air conditioner in a window downstairs. We're stuck with all of them up here and trying to get, the air to go downstairs. We have a bunch of fans and stuff trying to blow the air downstairs. And sometimes it works, but it's just when the ambient heat becomes so strong at one point, it's like, what are you going to do? You sweat it out, right? So, and that's what I mean. We're going to have to do that for like at least another week. The temperatures are not going down at all. Okay. So anyway, so people are asking me, did I blow up the toilet? Well, let me put it this way. I was fine for most of the day. Really, I was. And so it's the end of the night, and we're getting ready for bed, and my wife is in the shower, and after she's out of the shower, we go right to bed. And so it's my job to wrangle Jasper Kitty and get him upstairs into the bedroom so we can all go to sleep. Because if we don't put him in the bedroom, he runs all around the house all night making noise and wakes us up. And it's the only way we get a restful sleep is to have him sleep with us in the bedroom and close the door. Okay? So it's my job to wrangle Jasper Kitty. And I can hear my wife's getting out of the shower. I was like, okay, now it's time. And so I go to get Jasper. And the moment that I bend over to try to like pick him up, I hear... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, boy. And I ran to the bathroom. And, I mean, I could describe what happened. But I might actually, like the stream might actually have to be shut down if I do. Because of the level of graphic activity that happened. Okay? But let's just say that chicken vindaloo is just as spicy on the way out. Okay. So yeah, it was pretty bad. And then I get Jasper, we go upstairs, and Kat's like, what happened? Where were you? You took forever. I was like, oh, do you really want to know what just happened? Like, of course, it had to happen the moment before I'm going to bed. Like, couldn't have happened during the day. The moment I'm going to bed is when it hit, right? So, yeah. Anyway, that was my day off. That was Phil's day off. I forgot to do the Phil's day off. Oh, man. All right, hold on. I got to start over. All right. So, everyone, Darkside Phil here. The only detractor channel that I watch is Duty Streams.